What is up, guys? Hello. I
We got a new intro person.
was rudely interrupted by Dash the Dash Hound.
All right, you can fuck off now.
Yeah,
Get it
fuck.
down.
Yeah, fuck off. We love dogs.
Oh. Yeah, no dogs were abused.
Anyway, what is up, guys? Welcome back to the Warrior Unfiltered podcast. This is episode 80. Every time I can't remember. 85? I mean,
Four,
most people
four,
you'll
five.
know by the time it comes out, it's either 84 or 85 or even potentially 86. It's another episode, and we are back. Big D, big dog. How are we doing?
I am good. Thank you for asking. I'm all
Those
good.
for those who don't know, this is what we do every single check-in. So on a Friday, Darren checks in with me, and it's always the same introduction. Big
Yeah,
dog, big D. How are we doing? How's your
I'm
week
good.
been?
I'm good. It's been good. I mean, what did I do over the weekend? So Saturday I had a football tournament. It was like a charity event, like tournament thing.
Nice.
Uh, Walked in, won it, undefeated, walked out,
Was it
easy work.
one and done, undefeated?
No, it was 6 games undefeated.
Oh, sweet.
Um, so yeah, done that. Sunday, not really much, just recovering. And then yeah, throughout the week it's just been work and went to Costco.
Costco, yeah.
Mm. I didn't spend that much though.
I can say,
Didn't
what'd you
spend.
get from Costco?
It actually was not really for me. So I have a Costco card, but Becky came along with me and used it. So she got like just house bits like wash. This is not interesting at all.
Yeah.
But like washing up liquid, uh, yeah, just random shit. I didn't get monsters though.
You did or you didn't?
I saw them. They stared at me. I didn't get them.
You still haven't tried the Lando, have
I
you?
still haven't tried the Lando
I've
one
got
though.
one for you. And
I,
Jordan, yeah,
I,
Jordan, if you're watching as well, I've got one for both of you.
Hmm. I also got
Yes,
memory
obviously
card.
the last episode that we've done the rating, the top three, then it turned into the top
Yeah,
14.
yeah.
And
I obviously can't rank the. I obviously can't rank the Lando one yet, but I've heard mixed things.
yeah, there's mixed reviews at the moment, but the what was it, the strawberry one? Is it,
Hmm.
yeah, the one that you said that you hate the most.
No, that's not the one I hate. No, that was like my top three.
Was that your top? I thought it was the opposite. I thought,
No, the worst one was that gold one, the pineapple one.
that was it.
Because I saw someone on my Instagram the other day have it, and I was like, I want to block you.
Uh, that's completely irrelevant then, because I was going to say I thought it was the strawberry one that you said was
Oh,
your least favorite, and I went down to my local. The first one I saw was like the strawberry. It's like they. I was like,
maybe.
"You've been watching the podcast?"
Yeah, actually, to be fair, I think Fuad stole some of our podcast topics.
Really?
In the latest one, I'm sure they were speaking about coaching, and if there should be like a criteria or something to stop everyone coaching.
Well,
Because
with the whopping 5 views that we get a week, I reckon that must have
I,
been
I
Fuad,
think I think
Fuad,
yeah,
Paul, Ian, Seth, and Mike. There you go.
yeah, and Akeem doesn't know who we are, but well, he'll get there. He'll know.
It's all right. We'll let you off, Akeem. We'll give you time.
Yeah, we'll let you off. But now,
Also, you're repping. I see the
I
t-shirt,
am
the TBW
other
t-shirt.
people.
And also, just for those listening and watching, we were supposed to record, was it Friday last week?
Yeah, Friday.
Yeah, Thursday, yeah, Friday it turned out to be. And I was in Stoke-on-Trent at the time, and the the Airbnb that I stayed at was the worst one ever. The
Awful.
Wi-Fi connection was absolutely atrocious, and we attempted 3 times to try and get some kind of Wi-Fi connection, and I just kept freezing, so we had to abandon that one. That's why we're recording today. So obviously, by the time you guys watch or listen to this, it'll be a little bit late. It was supposed to be out today, but it'll come out tomorrow now. But it actually worked in our favor because we've got a few topics to talk about today. Obviously, we can do a roundup of the weekend with our athletes competing, and then obviously there's a few other people that we saw. Obviously, you saw on the PCA web Instagram page.
Yeah.
Um, where shall we begin?
Hmm. I think we talk a positive thing. Let's go for your experience first for your clients. By the way, if you see me looking away or moving off camera, I'm basically babysitting a little terror,
You watching Dash?
and he's trying to chew everything known to man. If you
If
see me walk off, like just go away like this.
I see
If
you just getting dragged away, it just means that you're being dominated by a
if
Dash.
you hear something get launched out the window, don't say anything, all right?
Yeah, we'll cut that bit out. We'll just
Love
cut
it.
that bit
Yeah, but
out.
yeah, I think we start with your weekend.
Yeah, so I travelled up to Stoke-on-Trent on Tuesday. I told David now, so David's one of my athletes, and I told him after the whole show was done. But I saw a lot of potential in David, and David, obviously, if you are watching, um, I'll be completely honest with what you've said to me and what I've picked up from working with you. He's very insecure and, like, to a degree, like very, very humble, but to a degree, he's very anxious about his look and presenting his physique on stage, and that was a crippling factor with going into this show. So I wanted to go up there the week before just to spend as much time as I could with him to build that confidence. And long story short, obviously that changed a lot in a positive manner. Um, so we done the PCA Coventry show yesterday, 20th of July. And so the funny thing is, you don't even know about this. The um the original plan was we put David into men's physique tool, and
Mhm.
I said en route, obviously that's our fate decided for us. We're a men's physique tool, so whatever happens, whatever the outcome, that's it. That's literally the consequential outcome of it. But once we got there, they weighed her, Natalie, who runs the PCA. She weighed David and was like, "Oh, he's right on the cusp, so he can either go into short or tall." So
Yeah,
then I was put into this predicament of, right, I've got to make this decision. Do we put you in short or tall? On top of that, David is actually, I don't want to, don't quote me, but I think 36. So technically he's masters as well. So I wanted to put him in men's physique tall. I felt like he would suit that really, really well. His look was good, and obviously he's got really good maturity to his skin. So yeah, the original plan was to go into men's physique tool. That happened. So David, with all the anxiety and stress, was looking at me saying, "Right, you've got to make the call." I was like, "I don't want to make the call because when fate's been decided for you, it's like, okay, well, whatever the outcome is for men's physique tour, that's it. You either win, you lose, you come third, whatever." But when you've got that decision now, right, you've got three potential classes that you can enter. It's one of those, right? We could enter this class, and you can come dead last, and then you could have won this class or that class. So it's like rolling dice. And in the end, I made an educated decision. I thought, right, let's play it safe where there's going to be an even playing field and we'll put you in Masters, men's physique. Um, Natalie gave us a bit of information. She was like, oh, men's physique tall, they didn't have that many numbers. Men's physique short. The thing is, with short, I knew a few people who were in that class. And the guy who won the week prior, I don't know his name actually. We can tell you what, now that I'm an expert, I'll pull him up. Oh, we've got a
oh,
bit.
that's me.
Hey, it's big day.
That machine, by the way, is unbelievable.
Yes, one of the best.
We
Uh,
we this gym is basically just getting a lot of gym Lecco now. So
so the guy who won the week before, which show was that? So that was the Muscle Talk the week prior to this one, and the guy who won men's physique, was it this one?
the overall.
He won the overall, not this weekend, but the weekend before. But then
Oh,
he enters short for.
oh, I think that's what you're on about.
Is it this guy?
I think it's that guy.
Yes, it is him. That's the one. So yeah, he won physique short,
Yeah.
coached by Sham. So I knew he was entering that class. So I said to David, like, being completely honest, you're not going to win this one. Men's physique tall, you're going to be one of the smallest ones. So it's a gamble. So I said, let's just play it safe and we'll go for men's physique masters. And it ended up being the biggest, the deepest lineup out of all three. In total, there was 8 athletes, and yeah, he came away with third place. So if I
Mhm.
put him up, I'm kind of glad that we made that decision in the end. Uh, Here he is.
There he is. Big man.
It. What's your opinion? Obviously, mine's going to be biased.
So, from what I saw from this and even the videos that you sent me like the days before, um, in terms of like muscle, he's very, very good. Like his conditioning is very good. He's very clean. Lines are really good. Sorry if you can
No, that's all good.
fucking cut. But yeah, no, he was very well balanced, I'd say, and he's like his lats especially were ridiculous.
It's his
Like
back.
when he did that, yeah, he's back and he's like lats from the front as well is
His back shots.
ridiculous. But yeah, as I said to you before, I think it's just things such as like stage confidence, which could affect him. Obviously, there's third places, obviously other people that might be better than him, but I think it's the confidence that might bring his physique out a little bit more. But hopefully that comes with the stage presence and coming third in a show as well can boost your confidence, which can, if he does it again, will hopefully improve his stage presence.
100%. But to disagree with you, we got the feedback from the judges, and they said that they really enjoyed the stage presence. He owned the stage, brought a lot of energy and enthusiasm. And he even said that he felt a lot calmer when he was on stage in comparison to the week building up. The downfall was just his structure. So just to give context, they were toying between him and the guy who came second, and they moved him about 3 times in total. So the guy who came first, I'll just show those who are watching. This is the guy who came first. Out and out, I would put him in first place, Christopher Coles. Really good condition, really good muscularity. Like he was really, really big across the top. He wasn't wide for men's physique. I would say the guy in second place was wider, but I think he was just put together better in comparison to the rest of the lineup. But the guy who came second, no disrespect to Lance Cooper here, and I'm not just saying this because it was my client, but condition wise, David beat him on condition. I think they gave the nod to Lance in the end because structurally he was just a lot wider. So if you look at the rear shots, he's obviously just significantly wider across the top line. So that's really going to accentuate that V taper. Condition, I would say, is like on par in both of them, but this rear relaxed.
Yeah,
I'd
it's
have
fair
to
enough.
give it to Lance here because he's just very, very wide across the top. But then when he turns to the front, again, it's subjective. I wasn't a big fan of his structure, like here, and I
I
can
mean,
see that.
tattoos as well. I don't think the tattoo, obviously, it never helps, but I don't think the tattoo helps some shots.
No, of course,
Main
but you can
shot,
just see from shoulder to shoulder, he's just got the width there in
yeah.
comparison. So it's always going to accentuate that V taper down to the waistline. But condition wise, I just felt like he needed it wasn't much, just like an extra week or two dieting, or potentially it may have been down to his peak. Obviously, I don't know. I don't know what he done for his peak or anything. But when you look in comparison, condition wise, David was by far one of the best. And I'm always going to be honest. If I didn't feel like David's condition was there, I would have said that. I just think across the top line, the other guy just edged him out just a bit. Like if you look at it's good there, but just a little bit bulkier in comparison. around the waist.
The thing with like, even when you look at first place, like you can tell it's all about the upper shelf and the upper body of him is just so wide because his chest
Who
is
you're
quite
referring to, the guy who came
quite
first.
yeah. So
Yeah,
if you look at him, like you can see straight away, like the upper part of his body compared to the lower part where it tapers in. Like his chest is quite big, his shoulders are wide, so straight away it gives that illusion.
yeah.
And that's what does it in men's physique. Like it has to, the top shelf has to be wide. Like you
Has to
can't.
be, and it has to be complete in terms of that muscularity. And he's carrying that muscularity across that top line. Like his arms, this video doesn't do it any justice. In person, it was ridiculous. If you literally just cropped from his chest up, you
Yeah.
could easily say like 2-1-2 classic sort of thing.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So big.
Yeah, yeah. I like obviously I think always videos don't do people justice, but even PCA like the videos don't do justice. But very but it deserved first place.
Yeah.
Definitely first place.
But yeah, it was really, really close. So they pulled them all out. So we had the guy in first place, and he pretty much just remained center stage throughout. With them, there been 8 in the class. They obviously put them all to the back, and then they done the first call out, and it was just the top 4. So the guy here, he's the one who came fourth, which is Lee Shot.
Mhm.
The only downfall here is just condition.
Yeah.
Just need a little bit more condition for him. But I, again, no disrespect to any of these competitors. I just knew straight away we're looking at top 3. And then they had this guy, was it Lance? Was that his name? Yeah, Lance. So they had Lance in second position and David in third. And then they moved him over, David into second, and put Lance into third. They were doing some comparisons, and I was like, right, cool. It looks like we've got him in second. They then moved him back into third place and Lance back into second place. And then at the very last minute, they switched again and put him back into second, Lance into third. And then head judge said, right, thank you, gentlemen. That's judging done. So I thought, right, cool. I looked over to David's partner and I was like, we're looking at second place here. But then I
Yeah.
said, you never know, things can always change, but it looks like we're looking at second place. And then obviously when they came out and done the awards, he got put into third place. I'm still very happy. Again, considering we had that decision to make. If we look at the other classes, so this one was short. This guy full. So we're looking
5K.
at what's that?
This guy that you're watching now, his video got bloody 28,500 views.
Wait, hold on. This one.
The one you just on. Look at the look at the bottom part. Like come off of this and just look at like the number at the
Jesus
bottom.
Christ.
Why is it about the tan?
I
I have a
don't
feeling it's about the
know.
tan.
28, 28. Oh, what the fuck?
What is these tans that get? Yeah,
So again, most people are going to perceive this as me just being biased, but I think David would have beat Ashley here.
yeah,
Structurally, like muscularity wise, shape wise, David would have beat him. What's your opinion?
yeah. I mean, this might be a like obviously I'm not too clued up with all of this, but does tan affect it?
I wouldn't say it's not
That for
not
me,
to a massive degree.
for me, it just looks like it kills off a lot of what could potentially you have seen more.
It won't be one of those ones where,
They're not heavily judged.
yeah, not subjectively they're going to be like, right, I like the tan, I don't like the tan. It'll
No, but
just be one of those ones where,
if there's like two people that are battling for third, like if it's like quite close,
yeah,
I would assume that would be a factor. But anyway, even if that wasn't it, I still think yeah,
yeah.
I think
In that situation, in that context, it would be a process of elimination. You'll just go through everything and go, right, okay, it's come down to it where we like this guy's tan more than this guy, so we're going to give it to him. Very,
yeah,
very rare that that happens, but it could happen.
it can happen. But yeah, I think definitely third. Second, I mean the guy's shorts are quite high.
Yeah,
That's the first thing I noticed. His shorts are quite high. He's got a good set of
got
legs.
rolled up,
Yeah,
all
he's
crunched up.
got them compression shorts on, bro. The cycling shorts.
Yeah,
But no, he he's
He's
good
good,
again.
but
It's just
condition wise,
yeah, I just think again, like compared to the guy we saw in David's class, it's just at the back the width doesn't seem as wide as the guy who came first in David's class.
and I'm gonna say this with anecdotal experience. I've been on stage with it, but Lewis, my man, you need to sort out the gyno. And I'm not being harsh. I've been on stage. I've had gyno. I've had gyno in both of my nipples, so I've been there myself. But you'll see here. I don't know if you noticed, but when he turns around, it's on his right chest.
Yeah.
You just need to get that
Yeah.
sorted out, man, because you've got
It's
a really good physique.
hard. I don't even think it's bad criticism. I actually think it's constructive.
Yeah,
You want to know, like, if you want to carry on competing and carry on progressing, you need to take care of it.
yeah, for sure, 100%. It's that's
It
how we
was,
see it, but not everyone's gonna interpret it that way. But a really good physique. I see some potential there, but again, I think slightly blocky in the back.
yeah.
Very thick waist, similar to David. I think in comparison, David would have just edged him. This guy would have beat him on muscularity for sure, especially across the chest. So it's a close one, but
Yeah,
this
sure.
guy, I'm definitely not going to beat this guy. This is that coached by Sham. He took the overall last week and then took first place here.
Yeah, it's ridiculous, bro.
It's just
The the
so
top
wide.
half, yeah, like the amount of width he's got
That
compared
there,
to the waist. Like the waist is tiny.
I know. It's very, very good. I would say needs to be a tad sharper.
Yeah,
Structurally, like incredible. Muscularity across the top line, incredible. I reckon he could just come in an extra 4 pound tighter.
I
But
think if that was a touch sharper, that'd be ridiculous, especially that midsection.
it could even be where he's done back-to-back shows, the body's just tired a little bit, potentially changed up the peak.
Yeah,
But I want to see this back shot again. The waist is
it's
ridiculous.
ridiculous, isn't it?
That's unreal. That's a lot of potential there. I think just a little bit on the soft side. If he came in a little bit harder, but then who am I to say? He went on to win the overall last week.
Again, like you said, could be peak an issue, could be a load of things that we don't know about. So
And then this was Tool. So in Tool, we had Dominic Prani. That's how you pronounce that.
yeah,
Dominic, I would say, again, good shape, just needs more condition. I think ultimately he looks like he just needs a bit more time in terms
yeah,
of training experience, a good off season, put some more tissue across that top frame, and then just come in a little bit harder.
yeah. No, I totally agree. I do think it's just time, and I mean, this I don't know if this is his first time or not, but I mean, yeah, you can see it in the midsection, like the condition was just a little bit off.
Yeah.
Uh, yeah,
A
it's
lot,
just
not,
it's just time and experience.
a lot of them are not far off. It's not like,
No,
they're
it's not
6 weeks
far
out
off.
still. It looks like they've either just missed on the peak, missed the mark on the peak, or just needed that extra 1 or 2 weeks.
Yeah,
Second place,
shout out.
guy. Do you know him?
Actually, yeah, I know him. So do you actually know he? This is like a last minute decision.
Yeah. Yeah, so we spoke at the show, and he
Yeah,
said, "Oh, I've come down to support his brother," and
yeah.
I was like, "Okay, fair enough. How many like weeks out are you?" And he's like, "Well, between you and I'm jumping on today." And he said it's just a test run, obviously, to collect that data, as most coaches would say. Like you're here, you're a few weeks out anyway from the original show that we've had in mind. Why not just jump into this one, just to collect that data, get some stage experience, and yeah, he come away with second place.
Big batty shot as well. Look at that.
Look at that. I don't know.
Big glute. Look at the glutes on him.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
no, he's pretty good. Like really good.
Yeah, really good, but obviously where this was just a mock,
Yeah,
just last minute decision to jump in, you can see that he needs obviously a bit more condition. But he said that himself. He
yeah,
said he's 6 weeks out still from the original show, so he looks about 5, 6 weeks out. But to
yeah.
come away with second place is still very impressive.
Yeah. I mean, it'd be impressive to see what would happen if he's at the show in full condition.
Yeah,
Interesting
yeah,
to
he's got a lot of potential there. And then this is the guy who came in first place, and I think it was just down to condition.
Yeah, I think this is not a critique as well, but I just don't like the shorts.
Yeah,
I'm not a fan of the color.
yeah, it kind of
I'm not saying obviously
it kind of clashes. No, I see where you're coming from. It clashes with the tan.
yeah. I
You
don't. I
do
just
you do need a bright color. Like I know we've got white and blue here, but I do prefer with men's physique, brighter colors. My athlete Mane, he had these pink, like bright pink board shorts. They were perfect. David, the purple, they don't really come up on here because of the lighting, but they were a really nice color in person.
again, it stands out. Like I
Yeah,
feel like the other ones is just like the ones that were just like tanny color. They just kind of doesn't stick out. Like obviously that's nothing because he still won. But like it's just the thing with board shorts and stuff. You
it's going
just
to
want
be that
color.
subjectivity to it or personal preference.
Still look very good.
But yeah, overall, very, very happy. We went into this show. Uh, David's David's mindset was set on just getting a top three. He wanted a podium. Obviously, with all my athletes, I'm pushing and gunning for first place. The fact that we were literally knocking on the door for second place, as soon as he stepped off, he was kind of like, I've got what I set out to do. I'm done. I was like, we had a conversation. I was like, I wouldn't have a definitive answer right now because to be chasing down second place and literally swapping and changing position three times, it just goes to show that the judges really, really like you. And the first thing I said to him, I said, "Yes, you got what you wanted at podium, but silver's always better than bronze." So he's away on holiday as we speak, and I just said, "Don't make any irrational decision right this second. Go away, spend some time with your partner, enjoy some freedom. We've got some off-plan meals going in across the week, and then once he's back, I've already sent over his timeline with a hypothetical show that we can do. So he said he's gonna just focus on the holiday for now, and then when he's back, he'll make that decision. I think, in my opinion, it would be a waste if he didn't do another show.
Yeah,
Um, but we'll soon find out. Uh,
yeah. I
You hear
think
the thunder?
yeah. I've had to close my window because of it.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's mad. I'm gonna go to the shop as well after this.
Now as for the other show, I don't know if they
Gonna have to come back to this soon as well. This PCA post.
I will. I don't. Yeah, they don't post anything on here.
No,
Uh,
I did have a look on here, but there doesn't seem to be much.
So we also had Sean competing. Um, so Sean was in Sheffield yesterday doing the Natural Physique Association, the MPA. He was entering men's bodybuilding 40 plus. So obviously, there's a lot that happened with this one. Sean had back-to-back night shifts on Wednesday and Thursday, 11 until 4 o'clock in the no, 7 o'clock in the morning. So he was going from that night shift straight back home to do his check-in, and I had to keep him awake. So I do apologize, but it's paid off. I had to keep him awake because, without going into too much detail, we reverse engineer the peak week around the estimated time on stage. So we look at when he's going to be on stage, and then we have to factor in where we're going to place the workout, which will replicate the backstage pump. And then we've got a 3 hour window of where we can't put any more food in because it's just going to occupy that GI space and cause abdominal distension, bloating, and you're just not going to assimilate the nutrients there. So we've got that 3 hour window. If you keep reverse engineering right up until the earliest I can have him awake, I needed him awake pretty much from the moment he finished his shift. So bless him, he was doing like 24, 36 hours of just straight being awake. Um, and then in the end, there was a last minute change his end for personal reasons, and he had to travel up on Saturday night at 11 o'clock, again at night on the coach. So he's sleeping on the coach throughout the night. He arrived in Sheffield at 4 o'clock in the morning. So he had to go and find a local pure gym and just wait around in there until 9 o'clock.
Jesus Christ. That's
So
dedication.
that was proper dedication. My obviously concern was him stressing out and cortisol, but he was like, I'm on top of this, I'll get it done. And yeah, he arrived 4 o'clock. He sent over a video at like 6 o'clock in the morning in pure gym changing room. I was like, so what have you been doing? It's like just been chilling, literally just been chilling in pure gym. And then from there, he made his way over to the venue. And we found out we got the running order, and there was four in his class in total. Um, and then obviously we are just keeping in contact throughout the day because I was in Coventry, and he had his game plan anyway. Everything was already preset. Again, reverse engineering the estimated time when he was on stage, so he knew exactly what he needed to do right up until when he was due backstage, when to take his pre-workout pump, um, and then when to start pumping up. And the only thing that annoyed me about the MPA is they done it in this fashion where they had everyone step on stage. They've done obviously the comparisons and done the results and placed them, but they left the results and the awards until the very end. So they ran through all the classes. So obviously once Sean was off stage, he messaged me and he said, "Oh, I think they're having a break now, and then they're going to do the results." He then messaged me about an hour and a half later. He said, "Oh no, I've got it wrong. They're going to carry on with the show, and they're doing the results at the very end." So I was like,
Mm.
"That's a long ass day," because he was on stage around 2 o'clock, and then we didn't end up getting the results through until 6 o'clock in the evening.
Yeah, that's a long day to keep people around.
Yeah, yeah.
Especially if they traveled as well and they got to travel back.
Well, Sean, for example, he had to
Exactly.
travel all the way back from Sheffield to Dartford.
Jesus
Yeah,
Christ.
that was a long one. But we jumped on a FaceTime quickly. I said, "So what was the outcome?" And he said, "I was pretty much center stage throughout the majority of it." I think he said he was moved once and then moved back into center stage. So obviously, me jumping the gun was like, right, that's confirmation. We've got first place solidified. He said, "I'm not obviously gonna, count my blessings. We'll just see what happens." And then that's when I kind of like controlled my nerves, not nerves, sorry, my excitement. I was like, right, yeah, cool. Let's just keep it calm, keep it collective. Let's think of the game plan, keep it professional. And then literally, I had to drive back after David was done. I said to Sean, as soon as you get the update, let me know. I'm on the motorway and I'm just constantly looking at my phone, waiting for that notification to come through. And then I had to stop off because one person, Keely, if you're watching, not that Keely, another Keely, she dropped me a message regarding like just a question. So I stopped off to answer that question. I really needed a wee. And then as soon as I got out the car, I got the message. First place, bro. I was like, no shit, no shit. And then he's like, right, we've done the overall as well. And he narrowly missed out on the overall. He got second. And
Mm.
funny enough, he got second in the overall to a friend that he met who also trains in Crayford and offered him a lift home. So the first thing I said was, that's going to be an awkward drive home. Imagine, yeah, cheers for the lift and also cheers for taking my overall sword, you prick.
Yeah. Imagine if he won it and this guy had to give him a lift home.
That would have been even worse.
Here's how this.
Yeah, cheers for the lift, and do you like my swords? But yeah, very happy, especially with obviously everything that happened beforehand. I was a little bit apprehensive with the outcome here. I thought cortisol was going to be through the roof, and obviously we know that cortisol and stress is the biggest killer of a physique. Some of the updates also the quality wasn't the best, so some of my decisions were like based on just instinct. Had to go on my gut instinct, but it obviously all paid off. We got first place and second in the overall, and we now go again this weekend. We've got the PCA Naturals.
No more, no more buses.
No, No more buses. I'm
No more
hoping
in the
either
pure gym for a night.
I'm hoping either a train or depending on where it is, I might go up with him and then he can jump in with me.
Yeah.
So we had a little bit of a technical issue there. I think it's due to the weather. But anyway, as we were saying, I think in summary, David, extremely happy. I think he has a ton of potential moving forward. It was an extreme pleasure to coach him. Very easy athlete to work with, and like I said, I think it would be a waste if he didn't do another show. The potential that we had here, and for him to be knocking on the door for second place, it just goes to show that the judges liked him and they see the potential themselves. As for Sean, we've got another two shows, I want to say. I think it's two shows, then he goes away for a little bit. We're going to take a hiatus and then have a discussion about doing the finals. He's got a few invites to some finals. We've done three federations in total. This weekend we're doing the PCA Naturals, so that'll be his full federation. So we've got multiple options in terms of invites for British finals. So we'll have that conversation when he gets back. I'm in good spirits with this weekend as well. Like condition wise, he's very good. Structurally, we've got some imbalances. I don't want to go into too much detail because I don't know what information Sean would be happy for me to disclose. But there are some imbalances within his physique that we both know. We've had this discussion many times. But I think structurally, if you look at the double bicep here, he's put together fairly well. Condition, this picture doesn't do that much justice in person. Like he's very conditioned. So yeah, all in all, very happy with this weekend. Can't complain at all. Placings all round, first for Sean and third for David.
Nice little weekend.
Yeah, very happy with that. On to the next one. Now, I know that you wanted to talk about something in particular, so I'll let you take this one
I want to talk about it from a different standpoint, not just physique wise.
while I look for him.
But we know who it's on about.
Oh,
So,
here he is.
Mr. Senor Morris, we're talking about. So, I mean, let's just start off by saying congratulations to AJ. I know he doesn't watch this, but congratulations to AJ. Um, but I went on Instagram and I saw he won his class, and I was like, okay, let's see who he came up against. And I could tell something was wrong by the way I think one of his posts, they removed the comment section from one of the posts that he was in.
Oh, really?
I don't think it was the one you were just on. I think it was
You
the
keep
one,
talking. I'm gonna go find.
yeah, I think it was the one where they do first, second, third, whatever.
Take it.
Yeah, I think it's that one. So originally, I think I can't remember which one, but they deleted the comments for a little bit. And I was like, okay, something's gone on. And then on the guy that came second is where all the controversy came in and basically all the hate comments came in saying that AJ, because of his name, because of who he is, that's why he got first. Um, he was nowhere near as good as second place. They were saying that the show was rigged, etc. Like basically, whatever you could think of, people were crying about it. Um, and yeah, essentially,
Sorry to interject. Have you seen this one from Benners underscore 23? There are supposed bodybuilding coaches commenting negatively about a classic guy winning a classic show whilst crying into their chicken shake. An open guy who entered a classic show for an easy win didn't win and got marked down for being too big. Lesson of the day: if you ever choose a coach, watch their movements online for a few weeks first.
I mean, chicken shake is fucking
Chicken
quality.
shake.
Chicken shake, new wave flavor coming soon. Chicken
Chicken
shake.
flavor.
But yeah, it was basically he's right about some stuff. I agree with some of the things he's saying that there are coaches on here, and there are people who are meant to be taking people on to get them on a stage like this one day, and they're straight away, all it is negative comments saying that this guy absolutely smokes him,
Well, I mean,
etc., etc.
look at all of these. The first one, I'm sorry, but second place is questionable here.
There's
Robbed,
there's loads of them.
robbed of first place, first place.
I think I know that guy as well. That SJDC 1992, unless it's a different person. I think I know him.
Oh,
But anyway, um, yeah, there's a lot of negative comments, and yeah, does this guy? Well, one, do you think he should have won?
in my opinion, so first and foremost, what was funny was I saw AJ. I went to the toilet and I saw AJ, and it was like literally crossing paths. Like, how you doing? You're good. We know what AJ's like. His mentality. He's in the zone. So I didn't want to disturb him. A little bit peed off because after he won his class, I tried to just grab him really quickly to say well done. And the first thing he said was, "I can't right now, buddy." As I that was a little bit unnecessary. I understand you may have been busy, but I literally just wanted to say well done. So that
Yeah,
annoyed me just a tad. But anyway, none that's irrelevant. But I saw him, and then I can't remember the two other guys that I know from the natural scene. I saw the MBW, and for a second I had to do a
Adam
double
Powell
J. Huh?
is one of them. Adam Powell.
That's it, Adam Powell. That's the one. I saw Adam Powell, AJ, and there was another two that I know from UK DFBA. And I had to do a double check. I went onto the PCA website. I was like, pretty sure the Naturals is next weekend. Like, what the fuck are all these Naturals doing here? Because I was like, we're fucked because David is enhanced. So I was like, we've got the wrong show, the wrong weekend. But then obviously double checked. I was like, no, no, we have got it right. Um, so I was like, why is AJ here? He wouldn't have an athlete in because he doesn't deal with assisted athletes, as far as I'm aware. And I thought, right, he must be competing. And to be completely honest with you, I do agree with some of these comments. I do think this guy, I mean, he outmuscled AJ. And the condition, I mean, AJ is inside out peeled. But when this guy is twice the size, that's just my opinion. I think structurally, it's a
It's hard because
yeah.
I do think, and this
Yeah,
is
I don't
my,
know. I don't know if I just picked out a little bit of gyno there.
I was going to say there's a bit of gyno, but I do agree with you. I do think this guy should have probably been first place. I don't quite think that when people are saying he's too big for classic, I don't really think he is too big for classic. Considering this guy, actually, I went onto his profile and looked at his stories, and he said that he competed in PCA a couple of weeks ago as a classic. So he's clearly not in a bodybuilding criteria. He clearly competes in classic, and he's got away with it, and he's placing still. But I,
All right.
I mine's not even about the placings. It's more about just the negative shit that goes on in this industry. But
Uh, he's got a good physique. I don't know. I think obviously in time he could grow into 212 or something like that. But go on,
But
carry
like
on talking. I want to go
I
back.
think what it is AJ, as as most naturals, they're not when you put them against enhanced, majority of the time they're not going to compete in size. So most natural people will kind of look classic because they're not big enough, and they just get stupidly conditioned. Like AJ here is inside out peeled, and he's got a nice X frame
Yeah,
which does him justice.
he's got a really
But
good digest.
he's not big. Like he's not the biggest guy, but it works for him. And I think that's what edged it put him over the edge with the other guy.
And I'll tell you what, sorry to interject again, to give you another quintessential example, Jordan Ball. So
Yeah.
after the UK DFBA, he went and done the PCA. And by far, he is the epitome of classic, right? Would you agree?
Mhm.
Like you cannot get any more classic than Jordan. And his condition, don't get me wrong, there was a few things that I'd done wrong on my end, but I had my issue when I was in hospital at the time. But condition was there. It was on par with the UK DFBA. Classic was, sorry, in terms of structure and shape, it was classic through and through. And he was the most classic guy on stage. He got third and simply predicated on the other two guys being bigger than him, which
Yeah.
is obviously that's egregious when it's when we're looking at Jordan. We're talking about Jordan. Obviously, the mass that he carries is a lot anyway. But when he was compared against second and third, they just carried more muscularity than he did. They had more density than he did. So they're obviously going to favor them because it's an assisted federation.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know as well if this show the judging was different. So they just looked at this guy and thought he's not classic. It could
This
that
one,
could be, think, yeah, they could look at him and go, like they could look at him, look at AJ and say, we think AJ's more classic that day. It
obviously, structurally, they're not that far off. It's not like night and day. We're not talking about
no, no, of course not.
oranges and apples here.
Like I said, I genuinely think this guy. I when I first saw it, I was like, I wasn't straight away going, oh, just because of his name. I was just going physique wise, he is better. But there's obviously reasons behind why he's better, and he's just bigger, not far condition off what AJ was, to be honest. So yeah, obviously it sparks controversy, but I just think I'm
If
coming
I,
from the point of
go
the
on.
coaching side of people that are commenting who are meant to be these coaches, saying that it's rigged because of his name and shit like that. That's where I'm like, do yourself a favor and just don't do that because it's gonna come to bite you in the ass one day.
Yeah, for sure. I think if I have to put it down to anything, the first thing that I picked up on was that little bit of gyno on the right
Yeah,
chest.
yeah. And
Could
also, we never know. That could be the reasoning. You never know.
yeah,
Like that could be a factor in it. But like either way, it is what it is. I mean, the other week there was a show that AJ was in where one guy beat like three. This one guy, I don't know if you saw it. He won like a, I can't remember what it was. He won a show the other week, um, and this guy was a natural, and I don't know how he got first. But this is another show. I don't know. I can't remember what show it was, but yeah, that was controversy, bro. But yeah, it's just for this one, it's just the fact that people are just being fucking idiots. To be honest with you.
everyone's going to have an opinion. That's inevitable. But like you said, I think sometimes people are just it's that knee-jerk reaction,
Yeah,
that impulsive thought of just having a reaction right there sporadically in the moment. And as you said, it eventually comes back to bite them in the ass. You have to be conservative with your opinion in the comments. Everyone's entitled to it. That's why there's the comment section on there. I think, in my opinion, the guy who came second, was it Mitch?
Mitchell. Yeah,
Yeah, Mitchell. I think Mitchell should have taken first place. The reasoning as to why, I don't know. No one else knows apart from the judges. We weren't on the judges' table. So, and the judge, obviously, the judges are not going to, well, they can reveal, but they never have. So they're not going to reveal their reasoning behind why they put AJ first. I don't believe for 1 minute it's anything to do with his name. Yes, there's going to be, I've had this argument before about if you're an active coach and you're on the judging panel, I know they've got this rule where the judge who is an active coach and has an athlete in one of the classes has to step away from the table. But the argument that I've had is if you're very good friends with all the judges, like if we were two judges and I'm an active coach and you're just a judge, and then I've got one of my athletes competing, you're going to be aware of that athlete because you know we talk, you see my Instagram, you're going to see all the updates. So there is going to be some kind of subjective bias there because you're going to be like, oh, this is Harry's guy. Oh, I know this guy. And then there's going to be some element of bias where you're going to be swayed towards that one person on like subconsciously because you're just aware of that person. So I don't know if it's similar here in terms of everyone knows AJ Morris. So people just subconsciously, the judges is who I'm referring to, are just going to be looking at AJ Morris because they just know of the name in comparison to this Mitchell, they don't know who this person is. They may have seen him once or twice at other shows, but everyone knows AJ Morris. So yes, there could be some element of subconscious bias of just being aware of who this person is. But I don't think that has any part to play in terms of their scoring. They're not going to go, well, I'm going to give him first place because it's AJ Morris. Just
I got you.
thinking out loud, logically, it's nonsensical.
Yeah, and I'm sure he done a PCA the other week, and he didn't. Yeah, I don't even know. I think he might have won his class, which was quite obvious, but I don't think he done.
I'm not aware. I'm not that clued up on the natural scene. I don't really follow that many naturals.
Yeah, like I don't know. I think when you start throwing in, when you're making general feedback in like you think your opinion is this guy should have placed over this guy, I'm like fair enough. You have your say on that, and you can say whatever opinion you want. Like if you think someone deserved a place over someone else, that's fine. But when you start going on there and saying like critiquing AJ and saying, "Oh, just because of like this is when I think it's a petty excuse," is when you go because of his name, that's why he won.
Yeah.
I'm like, it's not. That's not That's in fact probably the last thing that is considered out of all of this. Like, you can say this person was bigger than him, this person was whatever, but like when you go on there, you say that stuff, and then you also slate AJ himself, saying like the guy's got no muscle, the guy won because of his name and stuff like that. I just think you got a fucking no life. Like you've got no life to go
The
on a
most
P.
the most embarrassing part about it all is, these are the same people that will be watching his YouTube videos,
Mhm.
and if they saw him in person, they'd go up to him and say, "Hello, how you doing?" and be completely fine.
But again, it baffles me because I'm like, I see it from people who are not big time coaches, but they are coaching people who want to one day step on stage. And you think, yeah, I don't know how your clients look at you and go, oh, like that, seeing that and being like, you know what, I want to work with you and get on stage because of this attitude. Like, you look at that attitude and you go, why would I want to work with you?
Yeah, you're not going to want to be associated with that because what happens if that was you? What if that was you in your class and then, there was some controversy and then you're thinking, well, I don't want to be under the spotlight.
Yeah, like if that happened to me and you were my coach, well, no, sorry, if I saw you comment on that, one, I'd call you out on it. I'd be like, you're fucking dumb. But like, I'd straight away be like, I don't really want to work with you. Like, if you're gonna act like that, I don't really want to work with you
It'd be
because it
off-putting.
comes to the point where it's like, it's the same thing of like, when people do have like a diet or whatever, and then they might miss one little thing, like one little thing goes wrong, and you get coaches sometimes that are like, oh no, they fucking argue with you, they moan at you for not doing this one thing. They don't go, okay, this is life, this happens. They go straight away to from 0 to 100 real quick,
Yeah.
and
They
that's the
start
kind of
putting your
mentality
name
that
to stuff being perilous and saying like you're embarrassing, you're a failure, you call yourself a bodybuilder.
like,
It's like,
and you never know that's probably going to happen to you as a client. You probably go step on stage with this coach, you'll come second, and they'll be like, oh, you're fucking shit.
yeah, and the most the most ironic part is that coach has probably done the exact same thing at some point.
Yeah, yeah, these people, I don't know. I just think if you've got an opinion like that where you're thinking it's their name, you're better off not saying it, especially if you're trying to get into the industry or you're trying to get people to step on stage, you're trying to be involved in the business in some sort of way. Leave that opinion out of it. Have your opinion on constructive feedback. Don't be negative.
Yeah, I agree.
Like, it's nothing for you. It's doing nothing for you. If you ever compete on that PCA stage, they probably have seen your comment and they're going to be like, oh, that's the guy that commented about we only do it for names and clicks and stuff. So
Yeah.
straight away, you put yourself into a negative reputation. So good luck.
You're just shooting yourself in the foot in that situation.
Exactly. Oh, I gone
Oh,
blurry.
hello, you're gone all blurry. What's happened?
So like, there you go. But yeah, I just think I don't know. I looked at it more for the the negative side of things rather than
To
actually
be fair, I wasn't
what.
actually aware. I wasn't aware of the comment section. I just thought you wanted to talk about AJ winning at
No, I want
Untested.
to talk about the negative side of things. The physique wise, like there's not much to talk about. AJ's really good, but I thought the guy should have probably beat him.
Yeah, interesting.
I mean,
I'm quite
that's
glad.
coming from Natty.
I'm glad that you actually you spotted that because it makes it for a good conversation.
And this is like another thing where, again, like when we're speaking about that coaching criteria, like what makes a good coach in that is something that will make you stick out, yes. But will it make you rise to the top? Probably not.
Yeah, it'll make you stick out for the wrong reasons.
Exactly.
You
End
don't
up
want to
being
be painted. You don't want to be painted with that brush. You don't want to be under that umbrella of, being that bitter coach who blames everything but themselves, or just simply it just wasn't their day. Because that also can be the case. It just wasn't your day. If you don't win a class, or you come third, or it's controversial, or whatever it is. So this is bodybuilding. At the end of the day, these things happen. So it's just one of those, it just wasn't your day. You move on and you try better at the next show. That's all you literally can do. The worst thing is like to correlate it with football. It's like when these footballers go crazy at the referee after he's shown a red card. What do you think the referee's going to do? Do you reckon he's going to go, oh, actually, well, now you said that, I'll take it back? He's not going to take it back. Once they've made their decision, that's final. That's what it is. These people that gone off on social media, what do you reckon is going to be the outcome? Do you reckon the judges can go, I'll tell you what, everyone come back. We've made a bad decision. We're going to change it. It's like,
Come back on stage,
everyone,
please.
if you can come back,
Oh, we fucked up. Sorry.
it's when you put it like that, it's just illogical. It's nonsensical. It doesn't achieve anything at all. I get it. Everyone can have an opinion. Everyone's got something to say, and that's fair enough. But if you're gonna if you're gonna make that opinion public, just be very careful with how you're articulating it, and just give your opinion, like what we've just done. We've both just said, I would say diplomatically, we reckon the guy who came second, Mitchell, should have won the class. We're not now out in AJ saying he's shit. We're not saying that PCA fucked up. We're just saying, in our own subjective opinions, we both collectively think that the other guy should have won the class. Simple as that is our opinion. But it doesn't change anything.
No, no, of course not. And that in the day, it's bodybuilding. Like it's not. There's not a set thing like football. There's not a whoever scores the most goals is the winner. Basically, it's bodybuilding is very subjective, very opinionated, and you never know what what a judge's going to think on a day. Every judge is different with the way they judge things. You've just got to take it and move on. It's as simple as that. Like you've just got to take that opinion, do what you can with it, and just show up next week or show up whenever you're competing next.
100%. 100%. I think on that note, we can wrap it up there, unless was there anything else?
No, but you know what I did think about though? It's just a random thing.
Hit me.
When I saw AJ at the PCA show, do you know who else I'd like to see Natty on a PCA stage?
Who?
Keithy.
Oh yeah.
I'd really like to see it.
Yeah. Yeah,
Just like
the density that Keefe carries, I think he would have a better chance. Again, no disrespect to AJ, but in comparison, he would stand a fairer chance. And if Keefe came away with a first place, I would say arguably I can justify that.
yeah. I mean, he wouldn't. He would have. The only problem he's got is though he would end up competing in bodybuilding, so he'd end up going against some big boys,
Yeah, that's the
and
only
that's.
downfall.
But maybe put him on it, see what happens.
Who knows? But yeah, is that it?
That is it, I think. I don't think. Have we got anything else to talk about?
No, I said obviously after the Wi-Fi situation, we'll speak about David and Sean, and then you said that you wanted to talk about AJ.
It was one thing, but I feel like it's either going to be too long, or depending on how it carries on going, it might be too.
Oh, I know, yeah. We'll save that. We'll save that. We'll see if there's any further developments, and we'll save that for the next one.
Because
'Cause I feel like, what's that?
he's competing again soon.
There we go. We'll wait until the next one.
We will wait.
Yeah, we shall wait.
Oh.
So with that suspense, make sure you tune in next time.
Dun, dun, dun.
As always, Darren, it was a pleasure to catch up. Actually, to finish off for the viewers on YouTube, do you want to reveal what you revealed to me on Friday?
Whoa!
Oh, oh, what's going on?
It's a new look, bro.
Hey, Johnny.
It's the new look that I'm
Yeah,
covering.
it makes you look literally 5 years younger.
I know. Good though. I've been told it suits me, so
So you've gone from 35 to 30.
if I'm 35, what are you?
Just
We're doing the masters together, bro.
yeah. What is it? If you
I'm not gonna lie, though.
ex
All this bodybuilding talk,
yeah,
does sometimes, it
yeah, yeah,
bring it.
yeah, it does. It does. It does bring it back to the surface. It's like that little itch. It's just that little itch you just
With
can't
that
get
little
rid of.
what if.
Yes, but anyway, we'll end it on that bombshell because we're not going to go down that route. We're not having that conversation. As always, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in to another one. I just want to take the time to say, as always, please show your support. Obviously, if you've got this far, show your support on this platform, YouTube, and also on Spotify by giving us a like, subscribe, leave us a comment and review on Spotify, and tag us on your social media platforms. It just helps us with that exposure, and it just gives us more kind of oomph to do more episodes for you guys. And then obviously, if you guys have any particular topics of discussion that you want us to talk about, leave us some comments on here or Spotify, or reach out to me and Darren on Instagram. What's your Instagram again?
Just Darren Minor, bro. All in one.
And mine is trained by warrior underscore. Drop us a DM, leave us a question, and we can bring it up in future episodes. And also a little cheeky plug, just for I'll add it on here. Anyone who's looking for coaching inquiries, obviously with the results that we've had this weekend, you can check out my Instagram bio. All the information is on there. We do have some availability, so get in touch. And yeah, again, thank you for joining us, Darren, and we'll see you next week.
Pleasure as always.
Peace out.